We're heading the
Yeah.
roads.
How
But
much do I
long,
have?
but long story short, uh, so remember that weekend we came to visit over there to
Uh-huh.
get away from Grand Rapids, right? That type of thing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
on our way there, when we got to the highway, not even close to the hotel, but like, and it obviously was late by the time we got there. We, I was in the driver's seat. I was in the passenger seat. Papa was driving, obviously, and Mom and Jack were sat in the back. And then Krista and Stevie took their own vehicle, so they were following us. But long story short, I was talking to Papa, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just stopped mid sentence, whatever we were talking about, to all of a sudden sitting there saying, like, so I was going like,
Morning, man.
yeah, Papa, like that one movie where that guy, and then all of a sudden I just
Hello.
went like,
Wasn't sure if I'd see
whoa.
you again.
And he goes,
So, what are
what?
you in the market
So
for?
so I'm pretty sure he thought I'd seen something on the road or something, right? Where I go,
Yeah.
whoa. And then he goes, what happened? Did you see something? He's like, no, I got this. And then before I can even say before I just stopped by going like, no, I hope Jess is okay. And my friend Jess, who lives in New York, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that I told you about. And
Yeah.
so he goes, "What? Why'd you bring her up all of a sudden? How'd she? What? Why? Why you say that?" No, I just a weird. And it wasn't in the mindset. It wasn't nothing like that. It was in my heart, like something, like was really tightening my heart, you know. And that was like, and I've only got that. It's hard to explain. Like I got
I
that
make
with
sure to check
Jess
all
a
my
lot,
goods for
you know.
quality and defects.
It's
That's a
very
Yeah.
rare,
guarantee.
you know. And Jess had that same feeling about me on my, you know, which is scary. So, but long story short, I just didn't think much of it. I just like, but it was like still there. And then the next day when I was, when we were hanging out at the mall, I was having fun, but at the same time, my mindset was still feeling that heartache in my
Like what you see?
chest. Like it was really
I'm a bit of a hunting
tightening.
enthusiast,
I'm
as
like,
you may
what
have
the
surmised.
frick is this feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was talking to myself in my brain, going, Jess, what the hell is going on over there? You know?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I used to listen to that child.
He wants popsicles.
I
Oh.
sit.
So he's trying to name the number
Long
or
time
the
no see.
colors of what he
Take a look.
wants.
Any questions, feel free not to ask.
Oh my. But
Oh, okay, sorry.
I just assumed you couldn't
I
read.
just I just so I didn't think much of it, but it was like I was just enjoying it. Like maybe I'm just overthinking it. And then I I
Cheaper
get
than the
I get to
doctors.
the point
Uh-huh.
when we come back. It was like 2 days later, just recently this week, right? So our like during the weekend, I finally get a call from her out of nowhere, right? So it was that week is when I got that feeling, right, Laura?
Yeah.
And then she called up all of a sudden out of nowhere because I haven't heard from him for that long of time. It was like literally for months
You hurting?
that I haven't heard from
Or
him. But I
just
just like was
cautious?
thinking like peace and quiet. I don't care. But no, that was just an odd feeling to have. So I didn't even think about like my
So,
usual peace and quiet. I was like, what the hell is this feeling?
Oh.
So before she could speak, I literally stopped her and went,
done.
"Hey, Jess, serious talk." And then she goes like, "Wow, that's so weird." I'm going, "What?" I was just about to say, "Hey, Rock, serious talk," and I'm going like, "Oh yeah,"
Cheaper than the
and
doctors.
so she goes, "But no, you said it first, so you go first. What's a serious talk? What's on your mind?" And so I go,
Yep.
"Well, maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But you okay?" And then she goes like, "What do you mean?" "No, I just had this weird feeling that something was not right with you on your end, or I just had this weird feeling, like my chest, my heart was just in pain on for you." And she goes, "What?" And it's like, "Yeah, like something happened. You okay? You in deep
Mm-hmm.
thought? You in deep mindset again, or something?" you need to kill somebody? Is that what it is?
Please.
Which is always in her mind. There's someone that pisses her off. She just wants to kill him, but knowing her, she ain't gonna do it because it's a
Yeah.
waste. She ain't gonna go to jail for them as much as she wants to. Don't blame her.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, she goes, "No, but Rocky, that is so weird." Right when I was gonna say serious
Go
talk,
on.
the
No
reason why I
judgment
haven't been, calling in a long time, because remember we called you the very last time. That was like last year, literally last year, on like the before Christmas week, right? And I'm like, yeah, that was yeah, yeah. So we had like a gathering, and we just been busy over the holidays, and to clean up and just busy. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, no, of course I have my peace and quiet, but like I said, everything okay on your end? Cause
See that
yeah,
statue
no, get
outside?
this,
The one to fallen soldiers? Old
get
Major
get
Crawley
this.
put it up. He sometimes pops in
So
here, you know.
Rana is in the hospital, her wife,
Oh.
right? And I'm going, what? So I was like freaking out, like, what? No. And she goes, yeah. And you know what happened? I'm like, what? And she sits there and tells me that. So from what witnesses say and what the police told her was that she had the
What?
right of way. She had
Is
the
that
green
smell?
light,
Is that
right?
you?
Yeah.
She had the green light, but apparently the there was a driver on her left side that was trying to beat his side of the traffic where it was already
Thirsty?
red, right?
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
But it was too late, but he still tried to gun it and try to see if he could still make it, but Rana was already like in the middle, and he didn't slow down, and it was a full-on collision on her side. And get this, add on the fact that he was drunk too.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so full-on collision into her, rushed her to the hospital, and she's been in a coma ever since that week that we
Oh
came to visit.
wow.
So she called me up like this weekend too, where I asked, how is Rana? And she goes, she's still in a coma. So she's still in a coma right now.
That's so sad.
Yep. But here's the thing, Jess is not only sad about it, but pissed off. So she keeps going, not only going visiting her wife in the hospital after she leaves the hospital, because of the whole pandemic thing. Only one loved one could come visit, family member, whatever, right? Spouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the pandemic, whatever. Yeah. She goes visits the
Welcome, welcome.
she go visits the police station, and she keeps trying to find out where is he. And it's like, ma'am, we cannot give that information out. You just have to go home, leave it to us. It's like, oh no. Either I find him in here or I find him out there. It doesn't matter to me. He's gonna pay for what he did. I'm gonna put him in a coma to see how it feels.
I
So
mean, as she should.
yeah, so as I told, you, now my granddaughter, Jessie, and Beck, and my papa, I go like, and, like, and when she's telling me this, Mia, there's nothing I could say. When a person's angry, what am I gonna do? You know?
Right.
It, the thing about me is, like, I let the person have the right to be angry. And of course, and then if I do decide to stop him, even stop him or her, even though it's not my business, I'm willing to take the responsibility of getting between the individuals. Same where people that better be ready to take responsibility if they try to stop me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's that kind of thing. So it's like no hard feelings, but still, it's like you gotta understand the person's feelings, So that's why I've always said I don't know, I just knock on not blowing so much smoke up my ass, but I'm just in there saying I've always been good at just being the listener,
Mm-hmm.
for people to ventilate, or even just where people want to just yell at something or punch something. You get my point? Being the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been good at being the wall, where it's like people don't want advice, and I understand that because I'm always like that. I just want to ventilate. You know,
Yeah.
I want to hit something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I got, but I never had that, so that's where I've always been good with y'all, where I just like been there just to listen. And if I do tell somebody else, it's because that's how worried I am of that individual, you know? But I own up to it and come tell you guys, hey, if you hear this story from that person, it's because they got it from me, alright? Just so that you know it's not just out of nowhere, like, how do you know about that? You know? So it's like,
Right.
so I own up to it. So any hooser, long story short, that's why there was nothing I could say to Jess to make her feel better about that kind of situation. Of course not. You know, I just let her be. Where it's like, I hate to be that guy.
Well, yeah, she's like BA, so I
Yeah,
wouldn't want to mess with her.
she's all right. She ain't BA.
Like,
You know, she's all right. Like I don't know what you guys see, but it's like, to me, she's just, she's okay.
yeah, I don't even. This year, I'm just done with